pride in your durability? Because, I mean, that is the one, you've missed one game in whatever years. You kind of take pride in being able to kind of withstand what you withstand.
Yeah, I love football, so, that's what I came up here for, is to play. So, I play as much as I can, enjoy it while it lasts. It's going to go by quick. When I was a freshman, I was told that by Searles, Jeremiah Searles, and, now looking back on it, I got 5 or 6 games left, and, in the regular season, so it's just, it went by fast, but I'm enjoying it as well as all these seniors.
Do you think you took some games for granted that redshirt freshman year or sophomore year that you maybe don't now because clock's running a little bit?
No, I don't think so. I enjoyed it, like I said. You come up here to play, whether it's your freshman year, or your sophomore year, or your senior year, you come up here to play. So, I enjoyed every single moment I had. Definitely having senior guys up front, having young guys, and having veterans now all over the offense. So it's a great feeling to have a team like this and a team like I had before. Just being able to build friendships, build a family. So I enjoyed it.
It's a strange question, Tommy, but can you appreciate maybe how hard it was for Taylor to not be able to finish that year? Because you're kind of right, about this time was when he was out the rest of that senior year. How hard that was maybe for him?
I'm not really sure. We didn't really have similar injuries or anything like that. But I know how bad he wanted to play. It's just at times it's nothing really you can do. You just got to put it all in the doctor's hands and make sure it's the smartest decision for yourself. For your future and things like that. So, like I said before, you can play, you can play. But my dad always told me it's the difference between playing hurt and injured. Everybody, plays hurt. You may have bumps and bruises here and there, but when you're injured, you're injured. There's nothing really you can do about it.
When you do play hurt, what are some of the adjustments you have to make?
Nothing really. I just got to toughen it out. There's times where, I come in the mornings and, I'm stiff and stuff like that, but, I just got to make sure I rehab enough and things like that, but I'm good to go.
What kind of challenges is it for the quarterback when you've got moving offensive linemen and guys in different positions and things like that?
That's not really tough. Like I said before, you got to trust in your teammates, trust in your offensive line. Those guys do a great job, definitely rotating in and out. Never went down first play last week. And, guys stepped in, Conrad stepped in and, made a great adjustment and went in and, did what he was supposed to do. Like I said before, our coaches always say, next guy up, just got to be ready to make plays.
Tommy, on the touchdown to Stanley, just from your perspective, what do you see on that play? It looked like a crazy play from the press box.
Honestly, it's something we practice all the time, scramble rules. We practice with our defense so they'll be able to, adjust to it as well. You just got to make sure that you're on the same page with your receivers and things like that. The way Indiana was playing, scramble rules, we kind of talked to Stan about that. We had a few times where, we came up short. Definitely early in the game, we left, I think it was 1 or 2 of them that we could have did better on. But, just by adjusting to it and telling him to cut inside if he got a guy trailing on him. He did a great job making the play and scoring for us.
You had some things to say about the national criticism after the game Saturday. How do you balance using that as fuel while at the same time blocking some of that noise out?
I honestly don't use it as fuel. I play my game just like everybody else on the team. We play our game. We really don't care what they say. At the end of the day, this is what we prepare for. We play. You play every game to win it. We're 6-0. Nothing really people say about it besides we're 6-0. So, last year, we got criticized about whether we're good or not. This year, we get criticized whether we're good or not, even though we haven't lost the game. So, it's going to happen. Whether you're doing good or you're doing bad, doesn't matter. They find reasons. So, like I said before, we take each week like it's an important week, and we're ready for whoever we play. We just take each week and prepare as much as we can, and we go out to win the game.
Hey, Tommy, with what you guys have ahead after Purdue, how important is it that you put together kind of a clean 4-quarter offensive game this week?
It's not just this week. It's any other week. It's every week. we just got to make sure we prepare right. Like I said before, we got a bunch of guys switching in and out, guys down, Westy and Seathan and, Utter going down for a little bit in that game, and Neville going down. And, it's just, we just got to be prepared. We got a bunch of guys switching in and out. We just got to make sure that we have everybody on the same page. I think that we're in the right shoes right now to just be able to take that step forward of preparing and just getting ready for Purdue. I think that being home, being able to play a home game, definitely with our crowd, and just being able to play and just, I guess, put everybody together and do our thing. I think that every week is important, but we just got to make sure that we do the right thing by preparing. I think last week, we went in there, we had a solid first quarter. Defense played lights out the whole game. We just got to put together some plays and make smart decisions on offense.
What do you think? What do you think you guys can do better on first down? Because Coach Lane sort of talked about it after the game, of improving your guys' first down efficiency and not getting behind the chains.
I don't even know what to tell you on that one. There's so many plays around on first down that we just got to execute. We've done a lot. We do a lot of plays. We just got to make sure we put ourselves in the right situation. We aim to be 2nd and 4 each second down, and we find ourselves in 2nd and 8, 2nd and 9s, only averaging 1 yard last week, and we don't want that. We're a team that I think averaged 3 or 4 yards on first down, so we just got to make sure that offensive line, we protect up front, we run hard in the backfield and catch the ball out wide. So all together as a unit, we just got to make sure we execute.
So 6 yards is kind of what you guys are going for.
I think that's any team in the league.
Okay. On one of the plays, you guys ran a pretty long developing screen. You probably remember the play, the one where it was an intentional grounding.
Yeah.
As the game goes on and some of the running plays don't work, do you have to try to resort to plays like that in order to generate some momentum on first down?
Nah, it's just game planning. You got a physical defensive line. They run upfield. You got great linebackers. You want to get guys up front to start the play off by getting the hat on one of those linebackers and making plays. We've done it all year. We've done it in each and every one of our games in the past. We just got to make sure we execute. Like I said, it's not something we do on just first down or second down. We do it on any down we think that we can possibly do it on.
When you have different offensive line combinations every week, which you're going to have again this week, Nick's not going to look like Nick's going to play. He may, but how does that affect you as a quarterback? Like, if what do you say to those guys if you're looking at new faces or guys that you didn't expect to play?
I don't say nothing because I know they're prepared.
All right.
They rotate in and out. I've had maybe 7 or 8 centers since I've been here.
You have, haven't you?
I've had so many offensive linemen. I know the Cavs doing a great job of getting those guys prepared. They all do the same drills. They're all in the same position. They all competing their tails off each and every day, each and every practice. So I think that they're prepared if they go in there.
Has you taken a snap from Corey Whitaker in any recent times when he came in and took that snap when Dylan went out?
Nah, I haven't.
What was that experience like, getting that snap? Did you know what was going to happen when he snapped it?
Yeah. Like I said, he's practiced some at center, but he hasn't practiced with me. But when he first ran in, I told him that we didn't need a guard, and he took his glove off and said he's playing center. So I was just like, okay, I hope we're a gun because I need to get some under center practice snaps with you. But he did a great job. He made the right calls and got in there, and that's what I applaud Coach Cav for, is getting those guys prepared, because you never know. Those guys have to come in and make plays, and Utter was down for, I think, 2 or 3 plays, and Corey went in there and we marched down the field and we got in a position to score.
That's true. So he comes in, you go, we don't need a guard. I'm playing center.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks, Tommy.